Yeah, you read it right. We turned $60 into $921. Not 1,000. It was $80 away, but we still turned it into $921 in only 3 weeks of trading. Before you get into the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. That way I know who's enjoying it, who's not enjoying it, who likes it, who doesn't like it. Yeah. Also, I do have a Discord community. If you want to learn more about how I trade and the strategy that I use, just join the Discord. Link in the description below. Enough talking. Let's get into the video. Yep. You see it. You see it. I feel like I'm gonna start every video off like that. Why not? All right, so we got the top 4. We're going to talk about, excuse me, hold on. So we're going to talk about CAD JPY again, but I'm going to go over CAD JPY last just because it's a lot going on, so I want to cover it last. Starting off, we have NZD USD. You can see clear as day this being a counter trend scenario. We're bearish, price finds support at this beautiful zone, and we are looking like we're forming this bullish engulfing from our lows, which pushes the 4-hour to perform this beautiful break of structure around here, which I'm sure you all know, the 1-hour being in sync. The only downside that I don't like is that we have the 4-hour break of structure. We need a zone. Of course, we know that the 1-hour is in sync, but where's the last break of structure? Well, looking at the 1-hour time frame, we can see clear as day price is overall bullish, and the last break of our highs happened around here. In this, hold on, I think I just found something. We don't have a break of structure. Yeah, I'm not trading this pair, so this is why we do breakdowns. So clear as day, you can see that we're bullish. I've thought recently that these highs broke past this recent higher high, which in this case, you can obviously see price is rejecting that zone. So I'm not interested in this pair anymore. So I'm gonna delete everything. I'm gonna leave it on counter trends just due to the fact that since the 4-hour is still bullish and my daily's bearish, I will be leaning more towards seeing the daily get back above this area of interest being support / resistance, and then possibly look for buys again since the 4-hour is in a bullish trend. But say if I'm wrong and price does not want to go towards the upside, I will simply just wait for price to give me a break of structure of these lows. So I'm going to leave this on counter trend scenario. I'm happy I just did that because I really thought it was an opportunity. So truth be told, we only have 3. First pair we're going to talk about is Euro NZD. Again, you can see that price is bullish, but when price started to form this retracement, we are getting back below this daily area of interest, which allows the 4-hour time frame to present us with a beautiful break of structure, which also the 1-hour is in sync. We can see the 4-hour initial break of structure, the 1-hour initial break of structure. We have the 4-hour and the 1-hour in sync, but my job is to see where the 4-hour can retrace to. Since I know already that we have recently closed back underneath our daily structure point, given that we look at 3 areas of interest to, well, we have 3 points where we look to take a trade: lower high, recent break of structure, or lower low. And then say we're in a bullish trend: higher high, recent break of structure, higher low. So the 3 points that I'm talking about: recent break of structure, lower low, lower low, lower high. We have the bullish example as well, where we have recent break of structure, recent break of structure, higher high, higher low. So we have 3 points in the market. In this point, we are at, going back towards the daily, recent break of structure, meaning that we are bullish, but I'm looking to take a counter trend scenario at the recent break of structure, number 2. Simple as day. So right now, price is underneath the zone. It pushes the 4-hour to go from bullish to bearish, which also allows the 1-hour to do the exact same thing. I need an area where price can retrace to, so we draw it out. On the 1-hour time frame, we see that the recent break of structure occurred around here. Price going from this bullish to bearish trend with the recent breakout being there. I grab that box tool. We mark this zone off as an area of interest and look towards the left. We have multiple signs of rejection. So come later tonight, I'm simply going to allow the 5-minute time frame to go from this bearish to bullish trend in order to tap back into this area of interest. After we do that, we then look for the rejection, which is then followed up by the 5-minute flip of structure, going from bullish back to bearish, getting in sync with the higher time frames, and we simply route this trade towards the downside. So this is a pair that I am eyeing. I'm gonna put my alert like so. Next, we have GBP NZD, again being somewhat of the same thing. You can see price is bullish. We recently have a retracement getting established, but but we are not at this recent breaker structure. If anything, we are still at our highs. If we go towards a 4-hour time frame, you can see how this goes from a bullish to bearish trend due to the breakout of these lows. Initial breakout, we go towards the 1 hour, we have the initial breakout. So now where can we see price retrace to? Well, on the 1 hour time frame, we see price go from this bullish to bearish trend, and then the last breaker structure happened to be around here. We then grab that box tool and we draw out this structure like so. We have multiple signs of rejection treating this area of support, well, as support and resistance. What I'm going to simply wait on is the retracement back towards this area of interest, show signs of rejection, allow the 5-minute time frame to go from this bearish to bullish, tap back into, and then go from bullish to bearish, allowing us to see the flip, and we possibly enter a trade. So I'm also going to put my alarm like so. So we got GBP NZD that's looking good, Euro NZD that's also looking well, and then last, like you all know, CAD JPY is still on my list. Going towards the daily time frame, what I actually like right now off of the daily time frame is that price is showing this huge wick rejection towards this area of interest, which is good. You can see how price had this push, we have the retracement, but we are not maintaining above this area of support / resistance. If anything, price has recently broken back below, and we're seeing price treat this area as resistance. So due to price having this push, and then we're having this quote unquote second push towards the upside, we couldn't hold enough buying pressure, which leaves us with this huge rejection, aka a doji candlestick. And like we all know, what happens typically after a doji candle is some type of 3-bar reversal. We can already see the bullish candle, doji, and now I would be expecting some type of bearish engulfing candle to get settled like so. But before this candle happens, I want to find an entry. So if I go back towards a 4-hour, you can see how the 4-hour time frame, we're still maintaining in this bearish trend. We have our lower high, lower low, and then the recent breaker structure happening around here. This also allowed the 1-hour time frame to be in sync with this and also present us with the bearish move. Right, the recent breaker structure, this is the zone that we are using. You all know this by now, and everything still looks good. If I draw out structure so we can just get a clearer visual, you can see where we're at in the market, which I don't like, but it's fine. So we see the recent breaker structure is around here. We see that we have our lower high being here, and then we have that lower low being here. So what I'm seeing right now is basically that potential inverse head and shoulders, but price has to confirm this by breaking through that neckline. You know that it's not a confirmed head and shoulders pattern until price can give you a break past the neckline, confirming this reversal pattern. So right now price isn't confirmed yet, but we are above that recent breaker structure, treating it as support, treating it as potential support. What I want to see is price continue, or say we have this little pump towards the upside. Okay, that's cool. I'm going to wait for price to get back below like so. We catch it entry like so, stops just above, and then we target our price lows. So this is something I will be waiting on. Yes, it's quote unquote ugly, but it's not ugly because it's not a confirmed reversal pattern. Again, in order for this to be a confirmed left head, right shoulder, we have to break through this neckline. If price does not give us the breakout of this neckline, 1, we are still maintaining in this bearish trend, and then 2, this head and shoulders is invalid. Why? Because we don't have the confirmed switch of structure. So I'm still interested in this pair only if price gets back below this area of interest to where I can then potentially find a trade. So CAD JPY still looks amazing. Go back towards the 5-minute time frame. What I would have to see though, in order for me to truly be interested, is a break past these lower lows. Once price can show me a break past these lower lows, potentially I will find an entry like so, stops above, and then targets, like you all know, targeting my 1-hour lows. Is this my number one? No, to be honest. Going back towards the 1 hour, it's really ugly. If I'm being truthful, it's just ugly structure compared to Euro NZD or GBP NZD, right? We look at the 1 hour time frame, we can see clear as day, price is bullish, then bearish, and now we have this clean breakout. We're looking for a beautiful retracement, and then we can see a dump. Right now on CAD JPY, it's not the cleanest, right? We obviously know the price is bearish, but once price presented us with this breakout, we had this ugly choppiness in the market. When price formed this retracement, we have this ugly choppiness in the market, and then price starts to maintain back above my area of interest. And then truth be told, by the time we even find an entry, we have to wait for price to get all the way back down here, break past these lows, and then we find an entry off of this breakout. But if I go back towards Euro NZD or even GBP NZD, you can see how the 5-minute time frame has already had the bearish to bullish flip. We have to just allow price to reach the zone. And if price does play out how I believe it should play out, we should just look for something like this, the cleaner structure, the easiest structure to understand, and then boom, wait for the breakout and ride this trade. Right now, CAD JPY is not the cleanest, it's not the easiest, but it still is structure. We have that low, we have that lower high. We just simply now have to wait for price to do its thing. And it's not the best. Truth be told, if I'm telling y'all it's not the best, I'm not going to trade it. I'm not about to trade ugly structure and then hope for the best. Yeah, I'm going to walk away. I'm going to walk away from CAD JPY. I'm going to walk away. I feel like this is a thing a lot of people don't tell you is when to walk away. And right now, y'all can obviously see I'm having a lot of just second guessing going on. I'm just going to walk away. Because every time I start to second guess myself, but I still enter a trade, it ends up going wrong. If I second guess myself and I go against me respecting those rules, it ends up going wrong. You just got to respect what I have going on and abide by it. So yeah, we're not going to trade it. I'm going to leave this be. It is what it is. If price takes off, price takes off. Y'all know by now, I simply don't care. I don't care. Price takes off, it takes off. It's not the cleanest structure. We're walking away. I want to trade clean structure. This isn't the cleanest structure. So we're going to put this on not ready yet, but we're going to put it number 1 because I want to see what happens with price. So right now, truth be told, I'm only focused on Euro NZD and GBP NZD. So let's see what happens later tonight. Again, these pairs being the cleanest setup. I really like Euro NZD based off of everything being in sync with one another. You can see the daily structure being in sync with our 1 hour zone and as well being in sync with the 4 hour breaker structure, as you can see around here. And then GBP NZD, same thing. We have the recent break, we have our 1 hour zone, but we do have that daily structure being here. But what I do also like is that we're showing huge rejections towards this daily zone, which allowed us to have this push that led to that breaker structure. So this is also good. But if we do go back to CAD JPY, yes, we're at that daily structure zone. Yes, it's in sync with our 1 hour zone, but we just have too much, personally, man, just too much going on with the 1 hour time frame. And like you all know, in order for us to truly find a legit good entry, we have to wait for the 5-minute breaks of those lows. You can see the 5-minute lows being around here. And yeah, I'm okay. I'm gonna leave this drawn out though, so we can see what's going on. I don't like it. We're not gonna enter. I'm not gonna trade it. It's just ugly. So leave it be. CAD JPY is not on my list, but if something pops up and I second get, I'm gonna walk away, bruh. I'm gonna walk away. This is the hardest, but it gets easier over time. Because right now, the only reason I'm gonna tell y'all my true feelings. So the reason why I don't want to walk away is because, truth be told, I do see this trade falling, and I don't want to miss this opportunity. FOMO, fear of missing out. I don't care about that anymore. Before, yes, I would try to enter this trade and try to piggyback on something that I know could go right, but it is ugly. And so it's just like, if I'm having that 50-50, like, yes, it could go right, but it still is ugly structure. If I have to start talking to myself like that, I don't want to trade it. Y'all know, for example, Euro GBP, we did none of that on this pair. Like, we did none of that. Trade did exactly what we needed it to do because it presented us with clean structure. With CAD JPY, I'm not getting that same feeling, so I'm going to walk away. If it plays out, it plays out. Good. Okay, great. We know the technical back end. We were correct. It just shows you again that the strategy is working itself because we're just following those rules. The only reason we would be walking away right now is because of ugly structure and us just respecting the decision on not trading ugly structure. We know that it hurts if we trade ugly structure and we start doing these things that now takes us away from our overall winning setups, right? The winning rules. We start trying now to apply losing rules towards the winning setups. And yes, you can get lucky sometimes and win that trade, but now you're instilling these bad habits where at the end of the day you don't need to. So CAD JPY, I'm gonna walk away. Focused on Euro NZD, GBP NZD. So we're gonna see what happens come later tonight with these two pairs, and yeah, go from there. All right, so caught an entry Tuesday morning. I couldn't cut the mic on. My wife was still asleep, but you can obviously see how much we're floating in profit at the moment. and price looks really, really good to continue this move towards the downside. All right, y'all. So I gave y'all that quick update because wife was asleep. GBP NZD, we are active in this position. You can obviously see price is moving in our direction. We are floating around $151. We are risking around, I was supposed to be risking like only 170. Price is risking 194. So I'm risking 194 in this trade. I'm not looking to make $676, but if we do make $676, this takes us to $1,000 account mark, which would be amazing. What I'm actually looking at making was, what is this? 178. We're looking at a $419 profit if price does continue to go towards our targets. So we will have to wait and see what happens. Yeah, but price is pushing in our direction. And I showed y'all Euro NZD. This was another trade that I wanted to enter, but it didn't give me the position. So by the time you can obviously see price presented me with this opportunity on here, we were basically at that entry zone. So when this got presented, price already started to have this push. So it was already away from my entry point. And then GBP NZD, price had the retracement going towards the lower time frames. You can see how price had this retracement, allowing me to get in at this breakout. So this was the pair we decided to go with since price was the closest towards our entry level. And then Euro NZD, like we just said, price has already taken off. So you can see where the break came. I was looking to get in on this break, but by the time I look at the charts and tried to get in, price was like around here, and I would have got filled in at a horrible spot. So I just decided to wait. So we are holding GBP NZD, and yeah, we're gonna see what happens. I'm about to get dressed, go to the gym like always. I'm gonna update y'all throughout the day, basically just bringing out updates when everything plays out, if it does play out. So this is week 3 of turning $60 to whatever the Lord allows us to take it to. This week we are starting at 323. I'm looking to take this 323 to about 646, allowing us to double the account. So let's see what happens. Like I said, price is doing what we needed to do. Let's see if it can play out fully. I'm gonna update y'all later. All right, y'all. So electricity just came back on. I was on my laptop and I was about to make my video from the laptop, but we're back. So right now, price has already hit our targets. I've been sending updates in the Discord, as you all can see. We hit our targets. We hit our targets around 9:53. I was at, hold on, boom. You can see take profit got hit at 9:51. You can see we're floating around 358 at 323, and I was at the gym when this happened. So price is doing exactly what we needed to do, is exactly what I broke it down to do. Both pairs, Euro NZD, I didn't take this trade, but you can obviously see price, like with no doubts, hit targets. GBP NZD, we hit targets recently. Price recently just also closed below our 1 hour structure point. What I want to see, since I am already correct about this trade, price has already hit my overall TP. I tell you guys all the time, in order for me to squeeze out a little bit more profits, I love to see this 4 hour candlestick close like so, showing me some type of momentum in my direction and a strong candlestick closure. So we have 53 minutes to see how this candlestick closes fully. We've already hit our take profit for 2.73%. We're now sitting at 3.38% in return. And yeah, I'm simply going to wait to see how this 4 hour candlestick closes. If we can continue to close like so, I'm just going to close wherever this candlestick closes. So if we can close all the way down here, okay, good. I have this take profit area up because this is a zone where if we do hit, I will officially be hitting $1,000 on the account. We're currently floating around 520 profit at $840. So guys, this is, I give all my praise to Christ, all glory to Christ. Y'all have to like really think, we started with $60 and now the account is almost at $1,000. We're sitting at $848 if I close out right now. This is something, bro, that is a blessing. This is a skill set that I will have for the rest of my life. My kids will have this, their kids will have this. My family is straight. Like, we're good. Y'all don't understand that right now. $60 to almost $1,000. I'm gonna update y'all though. Whenever this candlestick closes, I'm gonna update y'all. God is good, bro. That's all I gotta say. God is good. So I'll see y'all here in a minute. Alright, y'all, so decided to cut y'all on. I'm gonna bring y'all with me when I do close this trade. Like I said, I'm not gonna be greedy. Price is pushing. We're at the $900 mark. I wanted to see price hit 1,000 today, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna be greedy. Like I just said, we're going to allow price to close however it needs to close in the next 5 minutes. If that's here, okay, good. We're just gonna wait. Right now we're up around 3.75%, and yeah, we got 5 minutes until price close. So y'all are gonna see how price moves, and I'm about to watch my video in the meantime. So I'm about to mute myself, mute my desktop, and basically y'all just enjoy and watch. Alright, y'all, so it's getting about that time. We got 45 seconds to see if price wants to push a little bit more. Like I said, we're already at a good spot. Like, we doubled the account. We more than doubled the account, doing what we needed to do this week. And now we're just letting price push a little bit further. So what 4 hour looks very... Dude, that looks really good. So you know what I'm thinking about doing is doing like a partial close. If I do a partial close, I can possibly see price push, you know, bada bing, bada boom. We take some profit off the table and we allow the rest to run. I really want to hit that $1,000 mark. We're right there, bro. $70, $80 away. So we're going to do partial close. It's all right. I don't know how to do a partial close, bro. 921. 921. Where y'all seen it? Oh, yeah! Sorry, y'all. Sorry, dogs. Sorry. God is good, bro. All praise to Christ. We give him all the glory, all the rewards. I could not do this without him. $60 to $921. Y'all don't realize. And price might even push towards our next take profit zone. You know what? I'm fine with that. I did what I needed to do this week. I'm not going to be greedy. I'm going to take my profits and I'm going to go about my day. Because looking at it, price, obviously, clear as day, we can continue. Left, head, right shoulder. We recently just broke out of this neckline. Price closed below. We can see a retest continuation. Like, price is going to push. I have no doubt. But we're in a challenge. I'm showing y'all not to be greedy. Take what the market gives you, leave, come back the next day. Our original take profit zone was around here at 2.79. We got almost 4% back in return just by allowing price to do what it needs to do. And I am more than happy with that. Like I said, price is easily going to push. I do see that happening. I'm good. I'm happy. We made our profit. Off to next week.